Everybody, Kevin here from My Diabetes Truth, and I wanted to talk to you guys about a conversation that I had today with a patient. He's an older gentleman, and he's had type 2 diabetes for quite a while now. Now, he doesn't look like your typical type 2 diabetic, and what I mean by that is, a lot of type 2 diabetics are older people or people that are obese. Now, he's older, but he's not overweight, and he did lose about 30 pounds recently, but if you've all seen The Biggest Loser before, you've seen those people lose weight and get rid of their diabetes, their type 2 diabetes, that is. So he lost weight and he did not have any changes to his blood sugar levels. In fact, he ended up with a blood sugar over 500, and what the doctors determined was that his medication just stopped working and that he needed insulin. And unfortunately, he had kind of a bad experience where his endocrinologist wasn't sure what to do, his PCP wasn't sure what to do. They kept sending him back to the emergency room, and they didn't know what to do, because basically he had to be trained on how to give himself shots, what the right amounts of insulin were, the types of insulin, because he needed a long-lasting insulin, a short-lasting insulin. He was already pretty proficient in checking his blood sugars, but he's an interesting case. So he's a type 2 diabetic, but he needs insulin and he's not overweight. So he's not, to me it doesn't sound like a resistance issue so much, which is, typically what happens in type 2. It sounds like there might be something else going on with his pancreas. And so one of the things that I recommended to him was that he ask his doctor to perform a glucose tolerance test, because that way you could at least find out if you're, if you dump some glucose into your system, you can find out if your pancreas is working at all. And if it's not working at all, then yeah, you're more like a type 1 diabetic, even if you've been diagnosed as a type 2 diabetic for your whole life. And so basically his questions to me were, what do I do? So I did talk to him about my Dexcom, the G6, and continuous glucose monitoring, because he's finding that his fingers are getting pretty sore from testing all the time, which we can all understand. And then what I did for an insulin pump, and so I showed him the Omnipod, and told him kind of the good things, bad things about it. It's after using a Medtronic pump for so long, great technology, better technology than what the Omnipod is, as far as how it works, customer service, the options that you have in there. But I was sick of being attached to a tube. And the Omnipod definitely gives you that freedom of not being attached to a tube. You can jump in the water with it, you can take a shower with it. I mean, you pretty much feel like a normal person. And you couple that with the Dexcom, then you're able to maybe check your blood sugar 2, 3, 4 times a day instead of 8, 10, or however many times you choose to change it. So regardless of what you think you are, what type of diabetes you think you are, you really do need to kind of get to the bottom of it and find out if your pancreas is producing any insulin at all, and if it is, to what extent. And his doctors were like, well, we just want to keep you under 200, we want to keep you under 200. The problem is, being at 200 for a long period of time is going to cause some damage. So you need to set better goals. You need to tell your doctor, you need to be your advocate and say, hey, I don't want to just be, just under 200. I want to live a long, healthy life. I want to do the best I possibly can. And, diabetes is one of the most common diseases out there. And, there's a lot of different philosophies in treatment. But it really starts with you, with us, and being educated, and knowing what questions to ask, and being your own advocate. One thing that I did recommend to him, because diet is a huge thing whether you're type 1 or type 2, was that he watch The Magic Pill. So the Magic Pill is a movie on Netflix that kind of advocates for the ketogenic diet, and it follows a few different people, someone with cancer, I think heart disease, diabetes, autism, and it showed how the ketogenic diet can help with those things. And I can attest that, when I have been strict keto, that my need for insulin goes dramatically down and my blood sugars are basically normal, baseline. It's really not that hard to do, but it's, 20, 30 carbs a day can be tough, I guess. The food's great. You can eat all the fat you want, predominantly fat, protein, and very few carbs. So if you guys are interested in something like that, definitely the Magic Pill is a good show to watch on Netflix, and just doing some research online. So I just want to share that with you guys today. Hope you have a great weekend. If you have any questions, please comment below. Please like, share, subscribe to the channel, and you can hit the bell for notifications. Have a great weekend. Bye.